Hello, Math Champions. In this video, we're going to learn more about discrete data. If you have not learned what is discrete data, go click on the right top corner, the link now that appears there, and understand and learn what is discrete data. Okay. And now we are talking about one example here, and we will see three different representations of that data and see what is which is nice, which is good, what is the benefits of the three different representations of the data. Okay, what is given here is grades of class 6 students are given here, means they have grades like A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so students, we have not written the student's name, but just that the first student has got A, second student has got A, third student has got B, fourth student has got B. Like this, we have written the data. Now, this way of writing is called as list. Okay. Now, this list, is it looking anything like, does it give you a picture of who has got, I mean, how many students have got which grade? Or does it give us information about which grade is the highest? I mean, a lot of people have got which grade? Okay. Is it B is the highest number of grades? I mean, B is the grade that a lot of students have got, or C is it? It is not visible. It is not easy to find out this. Okay. And only thing that maybe you can do is by counting, you can say how many students are there in this classroom. That also is with a lot of difficulty, just to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you have to count and find out how many students are there in the class. Okay. This is what it is. So, but list is when you're just collecting that information, in a your intention of doing it is only to collect the information, means, and you're in a hurry to just connect the information. You say, okay, everyone keep telling your grades A, B, C. Okay, whenever they're telling you, writing it down. Whenever they're telling you, you're writing it down. That's all. So this is a raw data, we can say, and it is a list, and it is just when collecting. It doesn't help us in our any conclusions, or it is not easy to understand. No, it is not. Now we'll go for another kind of a representation, where I'm talking about a table kind of a representation. Table kind of representation. What I'm going to do is I am going to say it is grade. What grade the students have got. What that is one column. Okay. What grade the children have got, that is one column. Okay. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use something called tally. Okay, tally, and then, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say tally. What is the tally? I will show you very soon. And then I will say this is a frequency. One second. Where is it? And right, this is a frequency. Frequency means how frequently have we got that particular data point. Okay, what is the data point here? Data point is A, B, C, D, E. These are all the data points here. Okay, so I'm doing it in a tabular format, table format. Okay, now what are the different grades, different data points that is possible? A is possible, B, C, D, and E is possible, right? E is possible. Now I am going to do the tabulated, means how, as soon as I see your A here, I'm going to put one line here. Then again, hey, A is one more line. This is a B, so I'm going to put a one line here. These are called tally marks. So B here again, tally mark here. For C here, I put a tally mark here. E here, so I put a tally mark here. B again, tally mark here. And A here, tally mark here. C here, tally. B, B, B. Now see, for B, next 4 is over. So fifth line I'm going to put here. Why I'm going to do that is, when I'm counting later on, I will know that this full group is 5. I just don't have to count 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I don't have to count the lines. Still, then if you do that, it will again be no use, right? So after 4 lines, fifth line goes across. That means this together fully is a 5. Okay, that fully is a 5. So that is done. Next is A, and D, D, B, A, E, A, B, A, B. Okay. So now we have done like this. What happens is I've taken each data point till here and I put it in a tabular format. Now I can count this easily. The entire thing is a 5, isn't it? So 5 plus 3 is a 8. This is also a 8. This is a 2, this is a 2, and this is a 2. And now just by, this is symbolized by F. Now, just by doing a sigma f means summation of all the x. So, if I do this addition of this, what happens? I know it is 22. That means there are totally 22 students in the class. So it is easy for me to find out how many students are there in the class just by this, okay? And now from this table of format, I can also say, okay, the maximum number of grades that children have got is in the range of in the grades of A and B. Okay, and C and D and E also are less in number. So all these kind of information I can get from the table just by looking at it, and little bit I can give a focus and I add and see them. I can get the total number of students as well. Okay, this is the way the same data can be represented on a table. Now let's try to do a chart. Okay, this one is more of writing numbers, words we are writing, isn't it? Numbers and words we are writing so that we can understand the thing. Now we're going to use in the chart, we're going to use pictures so that picture or diagrams, so that will help us. So in the chart, there are many different charts, many types of charts, but how I'm going to use a something called as a bar chart. For that, what happens is there is a y-axis like this, y-axis, there is a x-axis here, there is a x-axis here. Let me put it here only. Okay, there's a x-axis here, and we have to define what does this y-axis talk about. The y-axis is talking about the number of students, right? Number of students who have got the grade. So I will have to write number of students like that. So this says number of students. And what does the x-axis talk about? The different grades of students. I have to define what the x-axis is talking about. If you see here, there is this grade is there, and frequency is nothing but number of students who have got that. Okay, number of students. So the same thing that was there on the table only is coming as a y-axis and x-axis here. And this we say this is the origin or 0. Okay, 0. Okay, and 0 is a number here. What I'm going to do is here I'm going to take one unit is 2, then a 4, this is 6, and this is a 8. Okay, and this is a 10, it can go up like that. And now what I'm going to do here is this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Okay, this is a D, and okay, let me draw it again. Okay, so here this is a E. I'm saying what I'm going to do now is A. How many children have got A grade? It is still 8. So I'm going to draw a bar like this here at A. And for B, again, it is 8 children who have got B grade. So I'll go till B like this. And for C, it is only 2 children. I draw like this. So what is happening? This is same like this 2, right? See this. This is exactly the same height as 2. So that is why the height of the bar is equal to the number of students. Now looking at this, and of course I want to give the name for this bar graph. This is called as a bar chart or a bar graph. And the name for this is grades of class 6 students. Just by this, just if I don't have any of, if I don't have this, or if I don't have this also, just by looking at this graph, I can get all the information that I need. Okay. And also, it is easy for me to come up with conclusions also. And I can also easily find out how many total children are there. What is it I'm going to do? This is 8 plus 8 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. I just have to add them up and I will know how many students are there. Number of students. I get the total number of students in the class also I can get. And just looking at the picture, I can say, okay, B and A are having higher number. Like many students have got B or A only. So just by looking at it within a fraction of a minute, I can come to these conclusions, right? That is how bar chart helps. So now you understand the video how what is discrete data, what are the different ways of representing different discrete data, and what is the benefit of charts and graphs, and what is the benefit of tables, and where we use just listing the data. We use the listing of the data when we are just collecting them. It's called as a raw data. Why it is raw? It is not cooked. Means basically it is not easily digestible. It is not easily understandable. That's why it's called raw data. But then when you say look at the bar graph, it's so easy to understand within a fraction of a minute. Okay. We'll talk about more graphs, more charts, and more kinds of things. And you've also learned one more thing in this video. That is about the tally marks. Tally marks. This tally marks helps us to convert the list data into the table data. And from the table data, getting a graph data, that is still more easy, right? So this is how it happens also. From the list, directly drawing the graph might be difficult. But then drawing a graph from the table, it's very, very easy, right? And it makes it more, the representation becomes more and more simpler and more understandable from list to table to the chart. Okay, this is a chart. Okay, it's called a bar chart or a bar graph. Okay, match champions, go ahead and draw some bar graphs or analyze some bar graphs and understand and analyze and come up with decisions also based on the bar graph, right? Go ahead and practice such problems. I'll see you in the next video with yet more different types of charts and graphs and more learning and understanding about statistics. Okay, until then, see you. Bye bye, my champions.